Hey guys, welcome back. This section is entitled Roger That. And embracing is a quick way to let the other party know that you understand the instructions that were given. So, this section is all about communications. Now, communications is, of course, important externally and internally. Externally towards your customers and what your brand says about you. But this section focuses strictly on internal communications and how to make sure you have a clear line. Now, the first thing that we're going to go over is the PowerPoint. The PowerPoint really focuses in on vision, how to communicate your vision clearly to your employees. So, in communicating your vision, you want to make sure you're not only doing it clearly, but you're doing it constantly. And I think sometimes companies forget how important it is to reiterate the vision, the goals, and the mission of the company to your actual employees so they understand where you're trying to go, so everyone is on the same page. So the PowerPoint really focuses on that area. Now, the next article that we have in this section is called Four Communication Styles and how they play out in the workplace. Not everyone has the same communication style, so it's very important to know where everyone falls. And that way you know how to communicate in your workplace and how to do it effectively. Now, on that same token, we have the next article, the four different types of learners. Now, I had the privilege of training various people across very different sectors, from highly educated to high school graduates. And so there's very different levels of learning, but not only different levels of learning, people don't learn the same. So this I found out, I wish I had found out earlier in my career. It probably could have helped a lot of students, but this is so important to know how to communicate instructions and how people learn with different styles. So this article is going to help you figure out how your people work and how to train them appropriately. So the next article in this section is 20 easy ways to improve communications in the workplace. So this basically is an article that gives you tips on how to continue to improve your communications plan. The one after that is connected actually to the 20 ways. It's 8 reasons why you need an internal communication plan. Now, granted, it seems like a no-brainer, but unless you have a clear strategy in place, communication gets lost. For example, do you remember when you were a kid and maybe in first grade, kindergarten, something like that, that you would stand in a line and you would whisper into the other person's ear, and by the time it got to the end of the line, it was nothing like the very beginning sentence. So that's communications within in any type of industry or company or even department. No matter how small it is, communication is lost. It can be lost in an email. People take wrong tones out of emails. So it's very important to learn how to communicate and how to do it effectively with your staff. And again, one thing that is very important with communications, it's a two-way street. So make sure you have some type of way of getting feedback from your employees. So make sure there's a way for your employees to communicate with you as well. So we also have an article which I actually put together some 8 activities to help you improve your communications. These are just fun activities to do, and it emphasizes the importance of communication and how easily things can get twisted. So if you put these into place, it's a fun game to play, but it also reemphasizes the importance of communication within your department. The final article that we have is 10 case studies. So it's case studies from across the world that involve communication and what they've experienced and what they've done with their communication strategies. So this section, even though it covers one topic and it seems like communication would be something easy to do, it's really something that is so important and is often overlooked, the importance of communication. People think they just have it down within an email. It's really not that simple. You need to be following up to make sure everyone is clear and has clear instructions on where they're heading, what they're to do. So with this section, I certainly hope you and your employees can communicate back and forth and have a great story of success to share.